Yo, it's Poppin' Gamers, WQ here, and I made this video a few days ago talking about how this guy named BTILCX is actually Downtime Death, and he's progressing very fast, and he's in the tournament, and it's actually a known cheater, and he just made an alt account, and it's pretty obvious. And I made this video, and a lot of people were like, yeah, okay, it's pretty cut and dry, but there's a big discussion about it in my Discord, and there's a lot of strange arguments. Stag9 actually said, if you are positive it's DTD, and number two, you would be willing to allow him back, provided he proves every run is legit. Maybe you could try having him out himself by saying to him, look, we know you're DTD. You can be unbanned as long as XYZ. So this is actually like a huge problem, and I'm going to go over why I do not want him back in the community pretty much no matter what. And you're going to see exactly why I think this guy should not be in the community. Also, multiple people have done this to Downtime Death. Like, multiple people, multiple times in the past have said, look, we know you're Downtime Death 100%. Maybe we can work something out. Maybe we can reason with you guys. Why anybody would try to reason with this guy, I don't know. But a lot of people really tried to reason with him in the past. It obviously didn't work. Yeah, so I actually 100% don't want him in the community. So I don't know. I think comments like this are a little like misunderstanding the situation, or like I don't think people realize like how poisonous and like psychopathic this person is, and like putting him in the community it's just, you do not want this person in the community under any circumstance. The other problem is, and you see Downtimedeath do this a lot, he likes to like pretend to prove his runs are real, like try to like provide conditional proof for his runs are real. Like, he sets a condition and then you have to agree to it, and then if he can fulfill the condition, he has amnesty. He has 100% amnesty no matter what. This is another one of these like ridiculous like blood packs that Downtime Death tries to get people to agree with. It was just like not logical. It makes no sense, and it doesn't even do anything. And it's another one of these things where it's like, no, I don't. There's no condition that you could prove yourself legit Downtime Death. Like, if you literally streamed runs for like years, and every run you proved is real, which wouldn't be that hard. You did it on your own. You had nobody talked to you. Like, you legitimately wanted to speedrun and be part of the community. Yeah, like, you could do that. Of course you could do that. Like, nobody's stopping you from doing that. No one's ever stopped you from doing that. But he like obviously doesn't want to do that. So yeah, we were talking, and then Downtime Death actually comes into my Discord, and he just says how Northern Ireland is in Britain SMH. So we were saying this guy is BTILCX Downtime Death. Is he not Downtime Death? Now I know he's Downtime Death. Like, it was actually proven to me that he was Downtime Death, and the moderators of the Link Pass leaderboard, they just went ahead and removed him from the leaderboard. So I'm guessing the same proof was also shown to them, or they found the proof because it's not like hard to find. And then they're like, oh yeah, plus it's freaking obvious. Like how obvious. It's like intransparent. BTILCX is here, but it's the wrong kind of transparency. Like, we want you to be transparent and be like, you know, who you are. He's being transparent, and then he's like obviously lying. So yeah, I say, what's up, Downtime Death? This is what I'm talking about. WQ, if I were to buy a mic and make a follow-up video, would you make a public apology? So he's a victim here, and I am overstepping my boundaries. I am unfairly criticizing him, unfairly calling him out, and he's going to prove that he's not Downtime Death. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, where he always does this, where he tries to set some condition where if he can meet the requirements of the condition that he sets, then it gives him true amnesty, where it's like, this doesn't even make sense. Like, if you should do this, you should be doing this regardless. Like, you should be trying to make yourself not Downtime Death regardless. Like if anybody came into a community and everyone's like, okay, you're way too similar to this guy who like is a pathological liar and has cheated like way too much in the past. You're way too similar to him. Anybody would be like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I'm not that guy at all, and not even remotely close to that guy. That's what your normal reaction. That's like what a normal human being would do. Downtime Death, on the other hand, tries to set some crazy condition so that I'm forced to make some ridiculous public apology. Which, another stupid thing is, like, if you wrongly accuse someone of cheating, I'm pretty sure anybody would apologize. I'm pretty sure me and everybody would apologize for wrongly accusing someone to cheat in speedrunning. That's like a big deal. But Downtime Death, he needs my written consent. It's just It's just ridiculous. So yeah, then he says coming back from what, Squid? Because Squid said there's no coming back, which is true. Because how many times has said this? Like a dozen times at least. And another thing is, why would using a mic do anything? Why would using a microphone would do literally nothing? Downtime Death in the past has made a fake account. This is his second fake account, and on the first fake account, he used a voice changer to prove he's a girl, which it means literally nothing. So using a mic would do absolutely nothing here. It's just like completely. This is like kids would say this, like little children in like Disney movies, like little Disney and Pixar animations, like the baby boss. This is what they would come up with. It's just like absolutely ludicrous. This is a 30-year-old man, 32 man, adult male is saying this on an alt account line about a speed run. Like, this is true insanity. So yeah, I have not provided a single bit of proof. So I actually did not provide any proof that BTILCX was Downtime Death. And I think in my video, I made it pretty clear that this is too close. This guy is way too close and he's way too suspicious. And he has the exact same dialogue, habit, speedrun ability, strategies. Like, he's literally identical to Downtime Death. And there's nothing to prove that this guy is not Downtime Death. So it's like literally nothing. He has no social media, plays the exact same games in the exact same way. Like, okay, connect the dots. And then you did not answer my question. Like, this is not a question, dude. You're just an idiot. So yeah, he says some other things. And he gave people like Stag9. I'm not 100% convinced he's Downtime Death. He's not familiar enough with Link to the Past. But wouldn't you want to prove your innocence, BTILCX? WQ doesn't hate you. He hates Downtime Death. And if you're not Downtime Death, then he has no. Yeah, this is like 100% true. 100% true. Like, who in this situation would not want to prove themselves to be legitimate? Like, anybody would want to prove themselves. Like, if you came into a community and everybody said, hey, you're like, let's say you started a new job at work and everyone went up to you and like, hey, your mustache makes you kind of look like Hitler. And you're like, okay, well, you have no idea who Hitler is. Yeah, you're from Japan or something. I don't know. For some reason, you have no idea. You said, well, that's a mistake. I'm getting rid of this, right? Or like, what if you have some swastika tattoos? Like, the only people I see with are swastika tattoos are like Buddhists, right? Because it's like it had a different meaning in Buddhism. If you had a swastika tattoo in, anywhere in America and your job and your boss said, hey, like, what do you do? What's going on with that? Like, do you realize what that means? And he's like, oh no, this is just to do with my Buddhism. And the boss is like, it's just, there's like there's a problem with that. Like, I even still. Yeah, I mean, I think most people would be like, okay, I don't even want to be associated with that. Not to say Downtime Death is Hitler. Obviously, he's not Hitler, but the history of lying, deceit, and it's a problem. BTILCX said, I will get a mic and speak, no problem. This does not do anything. It means literally nothing. Like, and yeah, I think getting a mic and speak would help transparency. It's like a start. It's meaningless. It's completely meaningless in your position because Downtime Death already did this and like lied about it. But will he apologize? Like, what? Why is he so fixated on me apologizing? Like, if Downtime Death was smart here, he would want me to not apologize. Because if I called someone out for cheating and they were not cheating and I was wrong and I don't apologize, it makes me look terrible. It absolutely makes me look terrible. It makes all the people in my Discord, makes all my subscribers look horrible. Like, they don't want to follow me anymore. They don't want to support me anymore. It's really bad if I don't apologize if I was wrong. He doesn't want me, so he doesn't want me to apologize if he's being smart here. But he's like trying to guilt me into apologizing, which means that he's not going to follow through with any of this. So that's like obviously what it means, right? And then he says, I'll take it as a no, which isn't true. I did not say we'll never know. Like, obviously I would apologize. Like, I think anybody with any kind of sanity would agree. Yeah, okay, I would apologize. And then Downtime Death says, this video does not hold any weight now. No proof, just speculation. Again, this is true. There is no proof that Downtime Death is BTILCX. Well, except for the proof that was given to me, and then I guess also everyone else, right? So like, there actually is proof, but I just can't show it. So That's actually part of my argument. My argument was like, this guy's just way too suspicious. He's way too close. He's way too suspicious. And not having proof, it doesn't really work. Like, it doesn't really fly. It doesn't really work in 2018 in speedrunning because it's like, it's so obvious and it's so easy to cheat. It's so easy to hide cheating and hide, all the common symptoms of a cheated speedrun. It's so simple. If you have no proof but like legitimate grounds for speculation, a lot of times like security's raised, and then that's exactly what happened here. So, and then I mean, it would be really easy to prove that he's not Downtime Death. Like, if you really wanted to prove that he's not Downtime Death, it would be unbelievably easy to prove. Like, literally just post a picture or go talk to the moderators, because later you'll see him claim that he has a job and he doesn't want to release his face, which I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess that's technically fair. If you were not Downtime Death, there's pictures of Downtime Death everywhere, by the way. But that's kind of bogus, because like, he could just go to like, I'm not a moderator anywhere for Link to Pass. Like, I don't moderate anything. So he could just go to the things he cares about. Like, he's putting runs on speedrun.com. So talk to the speedrun.com moderators, show them a picture of yourself. Problem solved, right? Or like prove that it's a picture of you or something, It's completely public. It's completely private. It would completely solve all problems. Like, why don't you do that? Like, what's the problem? So WQ would not man up and apologize. And if you want to talk about manning up, we have a guy who's in his 30s playing a old video game on an alt account using a voice changer to pretend he's a girl because he cheated, and he can't man up and actually come out with any of the shit. Wants to talk about manning up, so he won't man up and apologize like the alpha he claims to be. Interesting. Which is like, if you legitimately are not Downtime Death in some bizarro universe, of course I would apologize. Like, this isn't even a true statement. This is just a wrong statement. Like, this is a low intelligence statement. Like, if you wrote this on a test and your teacher would just be like, this is wrong. It's not a lie. It's not like, hard to agree with. It's not immoral. It's literally just a wrong statement. Like, it's not congruent with everything else that's happening. Anybody here is welcome in my stream anytime to pick a file name to prove my runs are legit. As for the DTD manhunt, I could not care less. No skin off my nose. Good day. Yeah, this guy stays in here for about another 2 hours, and we're gonna go through everything he says because it's pretty funny. Yeah, there's a whole lot of problems with this. This does not do anything. People picking file names for his runs would mostly prove that the runs are not spliced, which I actually think is really good. And it's like a start. I guess it's a start, but it's not really a start. I think it's a concession for Downtime Death. More like, okay, no hand cam, no webcam. Gonna just make a new account, new identity, and then never splice. So I just get like bad 125s, maybe a 124, and then look, I'm not splicing, guys. Therefore, there's no problems, right? Even though it's like obviously Downtime Death. And the problem with Downtime Death is that he can splice with us not knowing how he spliced and not knowing which runs are spliced. And so if Downtime Death makes a new account and everyone knows it's Downtime Death, but there's no connection that's been Downtime Death, he could splice the run at any point. Like, the guy is capable of splicing, right? I'm not capable of splicing under the same argument because I've never spliced. I've never come close to splicing. So it's like, for me to splice would be a new precedent where there's already a precedent being set for Downtime Death splicing. So that's why there needs to be extra security around splicers. Well, he seems to want to ignore that, right? So he wants to talk about manning up, but he wants to ignore like basic logic, very, very basic stuff. As for Downtime Death, yeah, okay, obviously he does not care. And then he comes back. Ireland is in Britain. So some people are talking about Ireland and Britain, and he's right on this one. Or Northern Ireland is UK. Republic of Ireland, not cares. I am from Belfast in Northern Ireland, which is in the UK. So his previous alter ego, I think he was also from the UK, because it's for the time zone. But his previous alter ego, he was a girl, and he would like fly to Germany and like practice on the plane to Germany. I'm not kidding. And he was a successful like business person. And this alter ego, he's from Belfast in Northern Ireland. He's normally from a different place. And then he's a successful audio engineer. So in all of his alter egos, he's like a successful business person, and he just plays Link to Pass for fun. Yeah, he has the best improvement rates possible. and he plays it like 1 hour a day, and just like one run, and it's like a PV. It's like, okay, well, it makes a lot of sense. Maybe take a day. So I said this is actually in response. He said that to me when I said you're Downtime Death. I actually said I 100% know you're Downtime Death. Like, let's talk this out. I said that on like the day before this went down, and he said, obviously I'm not Downtime Death. You're just jealous. Maybe take a day off. That's what he said to me. So I told him to maybe take a day off. Dude, look at my profile pic. You don't have to tell me twice about it. Okay, he's making a joke about the plot. When I use Mike, you will see I'm not Downtime Death and am indeed from Ireland. Until then, I am happy to answer any questions. No, I'm not Crystal either. Which is, again, this is useless. Doesn't mean anything. Like, you literally use it. Downtime Death, literally, factually proven, used a voice changer to pretend he's a girl, and people fell for it. So if we're trying to prove somebody is not Downtime Death, using a microphone audio to differentiate between two British accents is worthless. It's like completely worthless. Anybody in their right mind would understand that, but Downtime Death obviously ignores that completely. And Mike is good enough. Okay, so he claims that the Downtime Death tutorial is the best tutorial, and BTILCX learned everything from Downtime Death tutorial, which is where he learned that strategy. But I find that very unlikely because most people I know for a fact don't watch the tutorial the whole way through, and usually when you watch a tutorial, you don't pick up everything. Like, someone makes a 30-hour, I think Downtime Death tutorial is like way too long. It's like 20 hours or something. You're not going to pick up everything he said in the tutorial. Like, that's just stupid. And then if you do pick up everything in the tutorial, it's when you start playing the game, right? So you'd have to watch the tutorial like weekly or monthly. I mean, we're looking at 10 to 20 hour tutorial weekly or monthly as you play the game. It's because when you learn new stuff, you have to like relearn how to do it. There's constantly new information. It's why I watch so many different runs so frequently, because it's like you constantly learn things. You have to reintroduce yourself. So saying he learned like specific movement habits from Downtime Death that are bad, that don't work, that no one else does, it just makes very, very little sense. It's like very silly. Yeah, like what's with the what's with the random time losses? So you guys remember when Downtime Death just sat on the menu for like 3 seconds a dozen, no, maybe 100 or 500 times in his 142. They were not random. He says they were not random, which is just like nonsensical, like illogical beyond belief. How are they not random? Like, you literally just sat on the flute menu. Like, he was an ice rod, he would flute, and then he would literally sit there for 4 seconds and then flute to a mire. So you can maybe argue, okay, well, he's learning the route. Well, what about all the menuing stuff where he would menu and he just sit on the menu? Or like the ice rod segment, he would like, before placing the bomb, slash like 9 times. Literally slash 9 times, trying to kill a crab, kill it, and then slash another 5 times. Like, this is completely nonsense. It's just like stupid. This is like completely stupid. And it's like, you can claim there's no route issue, but you got the route completely correct every run. You never failed the route. Like, there was obviously no routing issue. Okay, before then I just played Rando. I still play Rando. He's in the tournament. Why would he say this? Why would you implicate yourself? You don't want people to know that you're in the tournament. It's like a bad thing. Like, you would be surprised at the amount of Rando runners playing NMG right now. A lot of 126s already too. Actually, I don't think that's true. I think there's 2 guys that have 126s, and they're like hybrid Rando NMG runners. And I don't think the Rando community is like doing anything in NMG. The only like notable people who have done anything with Link to Past from Randomizer play more Link to Past than Randomizer. They like stop playing Randomizer. Like, they like play Link to Past. They're like Link to Past runners. So they like get decent times. They're like 127s, 28s. I think there's like one guy that got a 126 from Randomizer. Keep in mind the world record's a low 123. So 126 isn't like groundbreaker or anything. It's not. I don't think Randomizer's really doing anything. Okay, is WQ looking at them too? Yeah, because they're totally suspicious people, because they have like, you know, actual profiles. They're like actual people. They're actual characters, not just like random account that pops up and randomly gets a 125. Obviously, and that has done this before. It's like, get real. And actually, even stupider. Of course, I know everybody. I follow everybody, obviously. Just so happens that nobody trusts Downtime Death. So I made this poll. 72% of people said it is Downtime Death. 28% is not Downtime Death. And I put like a exclamation mark because I really wanted people to be like decisive on this one. Like, It is or it's not. There's no like, maybe it is. You know, see results. I hate it when people do that. It's like, just come out and say it. Like, have some balls. Come out and say it. And I was like a little dismayed. I thought the number should have been higher. I should be like 95% saying it is because it was like really transparent. But well, whatever. I'm gonna give people a pass on that one. Plus, there's always like trolls. Yeah, solid proof. Again, this is a logical fallacy because he's arguing that this is not proof and therefore it's invalid when I never claimed it was proof. This is a logical fallacy, and you see Downtimedeath. He's done it, and he did it a lot in this conversation. And believe me, this guy will be back again in about 3 months. I can guarantee you, he will use these same logical fallacies virtually everywhere if you talk to him. So like, get ready for that. And then yeah, there's just more conversation. How much do you play Link to the Past daily? Daily, not too much at the moment. I worked 5 days a week. You're not getting to 125 in like a month and a half. For 129, if you work 5 days a week and you don't play that much at the moment, like fuck off, dude. It's so stupid. It's just insulting too. It's like insulting to new runners. Like there's a lot of people that play Link to the Past and like put a lot of time into it and like really care about it. This is insulting to those players. It's just flat out insulting. It's not anybody that's playing Link to the Past. It's like it's frankly stupid. And it's insulting that anybody would like befriend this guy, anybody like defend this person, anybody talk to this guy, especially people that play Link to the Past. Like if you play Link to the Past if you've ever played it and you're this guy's friend, what are you doing? Like what is going through your head? Like, how can you be friends with this guy and play Link to the Past like simultaneously? Maybe if you like really hated Link to the Past and like hated speedrunning and like really hated everything about Link to the Past, like I guess that would make sense. That actually probably make a lot of sense. But why are you playing it then? And there's a lot of people that like why do they pretend to be friends with this guy? Scream is one of them. He like pretend. Like I asked this guy in 2017, like why is this allowed? Like, why are you following this guy? Why are you talking to him constantly? Why do you like follow his every move? Like try to suck his dick like everywhere? Like why do you do that? And you're moderating the leaderboard. Like don't you think there's a problem there? There's a conflict there. Like Scream is still moderates the leaderboard, although he doesn't do anything, and he's still best friends with this guy. Like don't you think there's a conflict there? And he's like, well, I can vehemently disagree with what someone does, but still be their friend. And I'm like, no, I don't think you really can. And it's like, how can you be this guy's friend? Like, what grounds are you his friend? Like, this doesn't make sense at all. Like, Downtimedeath is obviously like a sociopath, but I'm like, literally, like, are his friends? Like, they have to be sociopaths too, because they just anybody in the right mind. Like, this guy's just insane. Sometimes at night, I have no need for a mic. Seriously, not everybody has a mic. Social media? Question mark. Jay Venom. I asked how old you are. Yeah, this guy has literally no social media, literally no microphone. He has one run every few days, and he's an audio engineer. This guy claims to be a successful audio engineer. He has no microphone. I didn't know social media. Literally 2018, he had absolutely no social media. His YouTube channel had 0 subscribers. He had, I think, 32 followers on Twitch, which is mostly people like following him, like Downtimedeath people, like that knew he was Downtimedeath on the low and were just like kind of following him. I think he had 3 Twitter followers. Like you have literally no social media. Like, this doesn't make sense. And it's not like he coincidentally, because I know there's people with social media. He made social media. He made social media currently. So you would think in the past he's like open to making social media, right? So like when at some point in his life he made social media before, like just randomly in 2018 you made a bunch of social media for the first time ever. Never ever in your life there's no social media, no pictures of you, no audio of you ever, and you don't have a microphone even though you're an audio engineer. I used to I think it's BN. I used to audio engineer, sound guy at gigs, etc. Why would somebody who worked live gigs years have a USB microphone? Who doesn't have a microphone? How do you not have a microphone? Most laptops have microphones. Like you work live gigs. You don't have a laptop that's a microphone. You don't have a microphone for years. You work live gigs and you somehow don't have a microphone, and you don't have the means to get a microphone. It's just most webcams have microphones. Like this is insane. It's beyond insane. It doesn't even make sense. It's just like it's classic. And this is classic Downtimedeath. It's like incompetence. I'm a big gamer. I play a lot. Apparently, it's not true. You pocket watch. Let's see, scroll up. I said he's getting a mic. Okay. No, he's not missing a point. You're a liar. You got caught. I said I do not play much daily. I play weekends. I play right now. Okay. Then I posted this conversation with Downtimedeath. This conversation, if you want to look at it on my Discord, it's like nearly identical to what Downtimedeath has said in this conversation. Like nearly identical. It's pretty funny. So he doesn't read it. Great. And then Silver says, "What are you gonna do with BTI L6? Is it Downtimedeath?" Yeah, I obviously am not responding. I hate questions like this because it's like, what am I supposed to say? Like, am I supposed to give you my 5-paragraph plan and then I'm forced to follow through? Like, it's just stupid. It's a bad question. So, what would any reasonable human being do in a position of power if they made a mistake? Like, it's not that hard. It's not that complicated. And I didn't make a mistake. I think calling this guy out, like, he is confirmed to be Downtimedeath, but like, what if he wasn't Downtimedeath? I think it's reasonable to call him out. Like, I think it's pretty fair. Like, I'm trying to have the leaderboard be at least partially clean. I'm the only person in this community that like actually cares about the leaderboard, even though I'm like not a moderator on it, and they all hate my guts, and I don't submit my times, and the leaderboard doesn't submit my times, and they call me a splicer. I'm still the only person that like actually wants to be clean. And this guy's on the leaderboard, so like obviously, I think it's reasonable for me to call him out. But yeah, nobody seems to understand that like cheating is really widespread and common in speedrunning. There's nothing to prevent it. Nope. There's no like rules about it. There's no like punishment. Like, you're not punished for cheating in speedrunning. If you're cheating in speedrunning, you're patted on the back and say, "Don't do that. Don't be a meanie. Don't do that." Here's more rights. Here's more leaderboard moderators. Here's more rights. Come hang out with us. You're gonna get moderated in my chat, and I'm gonna donate money to you. I'm gonna donate a lot of money to you. Make sure you keep streaming. We all love you. That's what happens when you cheat. That's what happens when you cheat in speedrunning, guys. You're not banned for anything. You're not actually punished. You're not you're just patted on. You just pat on the head a little bit. They hit you with your paper baton. It's like, don't be. You're a meanie. You were being a meanie that one time. The last 4 years though. We're gonna pretend you know it was just that one time, that one splice run. It was an accident. Like the people actually say that. It's just like ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. It's just like, It's so stupid. I mean, I'm going to steal a bit. I mean, if I were just speedrunning, I was getting good times to actual practice. Like this is assuming you were getting good times to actual practice. That's not what happened here. And accused of cheating because I played like this one guy who cheated. I feel pretty alienated and not want to do it anymore. That's not even true. If you made a new account, you had no social media, you never used microphone, you were extremely defensive, and you played and talked like, and you got very good times very quickly, and you played and talked like somebody who was a cheater, almost identical, like very similar, you would not feel alienated. You would feel like the community actually cares about their leaderboard. You feel like the community actually cares. You feel like there is an actual problem and that the people actually going to fix the problem, and that maybe you should be a little bit more transparent with who you are and actually find a real solution to the problem. That's what you would feel. You would not feel alienated at all. This behavior is not toxic at all. This behavior is not toxic. This behavior is toxic. This is toxic. What I do is not toxic. It's the only thing of a person trying to fix this problem. Yeah, it's just stupid. Like, this is just stupid. This is stupidity. What if you're getting good time? Yeah, what if the opposite? This is still assuming you're getting good times through actual practice. There's a lot of people speedrunning that get good times through practice, and nobody knows they were they practice. Like people think they're cheating. Hey, you're looking at one of them. Me. A lot of people thought I was cheating. Someone called me out for cheating. Downtimedeath called me out for cheating. People proof called me racist. Like a lot of people thought I was cheating and called me out, and I was getting good times through actual practicing. And guess what? I actually did feel pretty alienated, but no, I accepted that people were probably suspicious, and I really had poor means to prove that I was real. Like, that's legitimately what I thought, and then I made an attempt to be more transparent. That's legitimately what happened. Like I did not want to do it anymore. I thought they were. I thought a lot of people called me out for cheating. It wasn't on grounds that I was probabilistically cheating. It was on grounds that they didn't like me. And Downtimedeath was one of these people that called me out. Exactly one of the people like he just doesn't like me. My runs are not fake. I got a 126.0 in the tournament. This is the problem. This is the issue I'm trying to solve. This guy's racing in the tournament illegitimately under an alt account. People don't know that he's racing and he's getting decent times. This is the exact issue that I want to fix. You're literally implicating yourself. Like, this is stupid. Yeah, and Xenomo provides a really good argument. Your runs are good, you're new, you could be cheating. It's kind of flattery. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really think it's flattery, but it can be looked at as flattery. Like, there's a lot of different ways to take it. And then we get the most bullshit defensive argument. I'm not new. 16 months. Yeah, this is horseshit, dude. So he had these like bogus 142 speed runs in February 2017, and literally he just slows himself down. He like stands there for like 10 seconds, intentionally does a room completely wrong. He just sits around and like got like a really bad time. He did two out of 2 runs, by the way. Yeah, like you're not, and then literally a year later starts playing again. A year later, like you're not playing for 16 months, dude. You're just fucking retarded. I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt here. He doesn't type or phrase things. That's not true. He just completely types and phrases things like Downtimedeath. What did Downtimedeath do? And actually, I proved it. Read this conversation. What happens? People say Downtimedeath, you're cheating. We have absolute proof. And he's like, "Are you sure? I could do a run with a file name." Or he's like, he didn't say that. I could do a run with line out audio to prove I'm not real. I'm not cheating. It's like, "Are you sure it's absolute proof? Give me a few hours. I can give you a line out run." And they're like, "No, you're not listening to us. You actually did something that's not possible in the code." And he's like, "Well, wait a minute. I provided multiple runs with line out audio, and there was no evidence of splicing, right? Therefore, I'm legit, right?" He's like, "What about those runs?" And the people are like, no, we have absolute proof that you cheated. It doesn't matter how many runs you did that were not cheated, even though they were cheated. We just couldn't find the same thing. It's like it's identical to Downtimedeath. It's absolutely identical. My only likeness is one strat. It's not. It's only likeness. It's like 99% of its character. 99% of its character is identical to Downtimedeath, and then Silent Sophie, which is also Downtimedeath. It's just like ludicrous. Yeah, remember when Downtimedeath said he's leaving because he doesn't have time to do this bullshit. Reminder, guys, I don't moderate anything. I have no moderator power or status in anything in Link to the Past. I don't talk to anybody that moderates anything. It's like absolute no power. On a technical stand, I have no power. So why does this guy care? Why is he in here? I don't know. I don't understand. Oh yeah, so this is another point that I kind of called them out for, and people. What's your comments response to the claim that you seem to come online, do one run, and people log off? So I said this. Yeah, I kind of extrapolated the truth. And he says that's not true. I have do many stream where I did not PB. Yeah, that's a really incredible sentence. Mind-blowingly incredible grammar right there. Mindy is like the 8th time he does this. Yeah, so he actually doesn't like. A lot of his runs, they were like that. So like his 125, I think it was the 31 or it was the 59. He did a run. He got to the sword. Right before he got the sword, he just reset. I don't know why. I think he did that intentionally to like prove that he resets. It was really a lazy attempt. So I kind of extrapolated the truth there because I kind of disregarded the fact that lazy, like, oh, I reset 12 seconds in, haha, and then I got a run that was a PB by 30 seconds. It's like, I don't know, dude. You're like, this is just stupid. There was a lot. The other thing is there's a lot of runs that were just literally turn on the stream, either PB first run or second run, which mind you would be very easy. Like, I don't think his runs are actually fake. That's what a lot of people are saying, they're fake here. So I doubt these runs are fake. They're not good runs. Like, I don't think they'd be fake. It'd be too easy. It would be too easy for somebody with a 129.06 to get 6 blue balls and then get a minute PB in one attempt or 2 attempts. Like, that's too easy. That makes no sense. Especially when they claim they don't play the game very frequently, right? And then the next week get another minute PB with 3 blue balls. Like, this is like impossible. Like, this doesn't make sense. So look at how most people speedrun. And again, this is why it's insulting. Most people who speedrun, they actually struggle with PBing, they struggle with resetting, they actually struggle with these problems. They're real problems, they're interesting. It's a psychological thing. It's fun. It's people talk about it like it's a real thing. Sometimes people reset for like 6 hours straight, right? Sometimes people cannot get out of Light World. You ever had this problem? And which would be very easy if you were like, if I was trying to get a 124.59, no effort. Someone paid me money to get a 124.59 right now. I would take that. I would take that bet any day of the week. It'd be very, very simple. It's just like, and that's still a minute. That's a minute better than his PB, or 30 seconds better than his current PB. But it's like it would not be hard at all. And I mean, yeah, I'm way better than him, but like to get a 127 or a 126, it would take almost effort. Yeah, these like. Again, this is meaningless. Saying there's a few resets in his VODs is absolutely meaningless. It's another of these logical fallacies where it's like, I claim something that's not really relevant or present. It's not entirely true, admittedly. And he says, no, it's counter argument. I reset that one time at the sword, right? And then got a PB immediately after. Therefore, everything you're saying is wrong. Where, it's just stupid. This is just stupidity. Stupidity beyond stupidity. Chumalum, I clicked on a random VOD. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. He restarted like 3 times before he finished the run. This is what I'm talking about. He literally resets the house, resets the sword, resets a big key skip, and then he finishes the run. And it's just like the pattern of behavior is not typical. It's typical of someone that was like trying to get bad runs or like pretending they're someone else. It's very atypical. It's not typical of someone actually speedrunning. And then, I don't know, YouTube link. I am not being defensive, Nord. I have that's not true, actually. He's being very defensive. He's being completely defensive. Like, all he does is be defensive. I have welcomed questions. This is what I'm doing. What are these questions? Let's continue. He's not being defensive, guys, so let's continue this conversation. At the end of the day, WQ has provided no proof, which is true. Nice argument. You seem smart. WQ, you really have guys like Nord in your army. Jeez, yeah. So now he's just like attacking people for no reason. I guess he's being offensive, not necessarily defensive. Although he 100% is being defensive. I will use Mike if WQ promises right now to make a YouTube apology video. I mean, this is just like very blatant, like classical manipulation strategy. Like, I kind of don't like the whole manipulation, gaslighting culture a lot of people are like super into. This is like 100% pretty obvious what he's trying to do here. It's like, this is just stupid. Like, I have to, the onus for him being legitimate is now on me. And it's because I have to apologize. I have to apologize because I claim that somebody who in fact was cheating and has zero transparency is most likely a lot saying who they are, right? And then it's even worse. He will use microphone. What does that mean? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. It says man up. I had to man up here. We're looking at a 33-year-old man-child who does this guy work? He claims to be an audio technician. I don't think this guy actually works. I think what he does is he sits on his ass, collects some kind of disability or like bipolar disorder or something, and then just goes around and like says very incompetent, stupid things, and like tries to cheat in a what 27-year-old video game that like 25 people run in a month. This is insane. This is just ridiculously insane. I'm gonna keep on keeping on here because you're so innocent. So innocent. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Oh my god, voice changes. Yeah, because this aren't obvious. He actually did this. He literally did this, and it was pretty obvious, and a lot of people believed it. I, of course, didn't believe it. Before the voice changer, so I think this is funny. Before the voice changer, he has the famous CRT cam run. We just did a run of CRT cam. So he did a run of CRT cam with literally no controller audio. It has webcam audio, but there's only audio from the webcam. There's no actual controller audio, which is like, this doesn't make sense at all. He claims a voice changer is too obvious when he also used a voice changer. Like, what the hell? I guess he's like self-aware a year after. So a year after he does something stupid, he becomes self-aware of it, which that I think is a little slow, but I mean, whatever. It's Downtimedeath we're talking about, so that's just how it is. I didn't know Nick's call everyone. That's just like trash posting. Yeah, Downtimedeath literally used a voice changer. Haha, really? Is there a VOD on this? Yeah, you're so innocuous, dude. Everybody knows you're definitely not Downtimedeath. Oh shit, really? Any Sophie VODs out there? Can you get voice changers that change your accent? You actually can. It's easier, like literally Google it. It's not hard at all. Well then leave Nord. Yeah, I actually banned Downtimedeath from my Discord. Yeah. You can go fuck yourself. Nobody is forcing you to talk to me. I think WQ is trying his hardest to turn me off speedrunning because he's low-key afraid I'm gonna get world record. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how many people have actually threatened a record ever in this game. Like virtually nobody except me occasionally. I'm all for anybody getting the record. I'm like 100% all for. In fact, I'm probably the only person that's like openly inviting people to get the record. It's actually not easy to do. And BTILCX, if we assume you're not Downtimedeath, your progression rate would still not get the record at literally ever. You would literally never get the record with your progression rate. Like this is just stupid. And this is like literally just like nonsense. Like it makes literally no sense. Like it's just it's a completely wrong statement. This is a WQ tactic. I don't know how this is a WQ tactic. I don't know when or where in whenever I've done anything remotely close to this. Like this is a lie. This is another Downtimedeath lie used to like try and get people to turn against me by just making up random bullshit. And it worked in the past with the link to past click. I actually don't think it worked. I think all of those people didn't like me for some reason, and so they just like pretended it worked and they banded it together. I think it actually failed as well. I'm not actually going for the record though. We'll switch to Super Metroid. So there's another big problem here. He's switching games. Like this is the issue. So if somebody who cheats in a speedrun, there needs to be actual like, hey, this guy cheated. It's public. We know who this guy is. We know he cheated and how he cheated, right? That's very important to happen. So that happened with Downtimedeath, and then his friends removed the evidence that he cheated, basically pretended he never cheated, welcomed him back into Discord, put him back on the leaderboard, completely ignored any of the issue, right? Like, wait a minute, that's a problem, guys. Now, we were lucky that Downtimedeath is an idiot and never actually tried speedrunning again, except for like occasionally to like Scrivo and Zelna tries to like, you know, jack off next to them. But yeah, if he moves to other games, like, that stigma that this guy's a lying, cheating scumbag, that stigma's not there on those other games because the other community has no idea who this guy is. That's an issue, right? That's a big issue. This is the problem. This is why it's a problem, because now he's going to be on the Super Metroid leaderboards, and there's nothing I can do about that, right? Because I don't really care about Super Metroid, and no, they're going to have a cheater on their leaderboard, a guy who's likely to splice, who's prone to splicing, who's very blatantly lying. He's like clearly lying. And then, you know, who's prone to splice. We never figured out how he's splicing. He could easily splice a Metroid run, Final Fantasy VI run. He was trying to get in this Final Fantasy VI community as well. In fact, this guy, he's in the randomizer community. He's probably cheating the randomizer too. Like, there's really nothing to stop him, you know, because that's how cheaters think. Like, I'm not really cheating, you know, I'm just kind of like getting an advantage over the other randomizer runners by looking at their stream. I mean, who cares? Who's going to know? Present for like 5th place in a free weekly randomizer race. Like, who cares, right? So he's probably cheating the randomizer too. If you're like really think about it, right? DTD always has this attitude. I'm gonna get 124 in NMG, then do 100% until I get a 1XX, and then move on to this and that. Yeah, it's funny. He never got a 124 in NMG. He literally never got a 124 in NMG. It's not even that hard. He just kept failing. He just failed his whole life. And guess what? I don't think he'll ever actually move on to Super Metroid because he just says this a lot, and will never actually move on. So yeah, if you play SM, don't worry. I don't think he's actually going to play SM, but look out for a new guys. Look out for a new random speedrunning account that has no social media in Super Metroid. Potentially, I don't think he will, but he might. I honestly only submitted my 129 and lower for seeding for the tournament, which isn't true because a lot of the seeding ended and then he kept submitting runs. So this is just like another like lie. It's just like not true. It's like he like keeps submitting runs. Like, just stupid. I don't care about leaderboards. That's why you're submitting runs to leaderboards. Obviously, you don't care about leaderboards. And actually, like, there's another problem. Even if like legitimately you don't care about leaderboards, and actually I could be wrong on this. Legitimately, you only submitted runs up until the seeding point, and then you like actually stopped submitting runs. You're still submitting runs to a leaderboard when you shouldn't be. Like, that's still cheating. But also, you clearly care about deceiving people because there's not much difference between the tournament and the leaderboards, in my opinion. I think it's like identical, and I think they're both poorly ran. So I think they're pretty much identical. You are saying very little here. Problems? You call me out, then go all shy, hiding behind Nord and his homies. Yeah, that's not actually what happened here. But a nice way to spin this to make it look like, again, make it look like I'm a bad person who runs away from people. I run away from criticism. I run away from conflict. BTILCX. Downtimedeath, on the other hand, is a noble speedrunning pinnacle of honesty and transparency. Being honest, right, guys? It's so honest and transparent. Hiding. I'm hiding behind people. Well, I think that's funny. We're gonna see what happens later. And yeah, that's another thing. Like, why react to this? It's like a waste of time. So why am I making a video reacting to it? It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I think my call, yeah, actually, so I think my call was pretty effective, and I think he's crumbling. Like, I mean, he's crumbling. Didn't he say he was gonna leave? Like, what is this? 1:43 p.m. Let's go find when he says good day. Right? I think 12:47 p.m. So literally an hour later, and dialogue the whole way through. He's been talking on my Discord for an hour and just said good day, and I think another time he said like later or something. So obviously, yeah, I think actually it was pretty effective. And this is funny too. The best case scenario happened for me, and I did nothing. I called this guy out, and then I just sat here, and he made himself look like an idiot. And then here's another problem here. He never actually proved himself legitimate. This is what my call it. Prove yourself legitimate. It's very easy to do. You have a lot of freedom, a lot of leeway. There's a lot of normal people who do not know who Downtimedeath is. Could very easily, or I mean, do not know who DTD and BTIL are. Who would jump to support you? They would like easily like take a bullet for you. Just prove yourself legitimate, like in one of 100 different ways, right? So this is kind of my plan. Like, if he proves himself legitimate, I lose. Game over for me. I can't recover from that. And I have to apologize. If he doesn't prove himself legitimate, he just looks like an idiot. And he keeps talking, and it keeps getting worse for him. It keeps getting funnier. See, I think I actually kind of decimated him here, and like his like weak attempts to like make me look like a scared. Like, he's being alpha. He's like, you're an alpha, huh? Way to man up. I'm 33 years old, and I can't, do basic. I'm acting like a 12-year-old. I'm still acting like a 12-year-old playing a 27-year-old video game, and I claim I'm 33 years old. This guy is like, and he's telling me like, you're an alpha. You need to man up. It's like just ridiculous. It was not my first attempt. Yeah, and then this is another like, and then look, the front line is on. Yeah, the front line is you on stream with a webcam and mic. Boom, guaranteed. Game over. Done. No, nothing. You don't have to worry about anything. And it makes me look bad. It makes me look terrible. This overly defensive stance you're taking now doesn't do you. Yeah, it's worthless. This is worthless. He says he's not defensive. Now other people are saying he's defensive. Obviously, it's defensive. I was saying it's defensive. Now he gets other people saying it's defensive. It was not my first attempt. It was a lot of resets. These are like literally these are fake resets. And then multiple other people. I'm not being defensive. The best way to prove that you're not being defensive is to defensively say you're not being defensive, right? Somebody claims you're being defensive, say you're not being defensive. That's definitely, definitely working for your point. It's still a dumbest argument. It's just like, it's just ridiculous, right? It's just like absurd. And then it just attacks him again. Another personal attack. There's nothing to actually support his character in argument. And the truth is, at this point, if this isn't Downtime Death, like by some miracle, in like Bizarro Land, this guy's an asshole. This guy's a complete asshole. Like, fuck off, dude. I'm going to, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. He's a cringe, dude. Oh God. The Downtime Death cringe factor comes in here and starts live cringing on us again. Oh my God. I'm going to ask you one last time, WQ, as if I'm on trial here. If I use my mic to prove I'm indeed Irish and not Downtime Death, how would this prove anything? What the fuck? How would this prove anything? Will I make a YouTube video apologizing to me like a man too often? Or am I too much of a pussy? Yeah, so remember all those times it said Downtime Death is getting incredibly defensive and can't use very basic logic? And then he says, I am not being defensive. Yeah, well, he basically throws that all in. He verifies the half where he's being an idiot and childish, and then throws into the garbage the part where he says he's not being defensive. And the very compelling, cringy ultimatum. I'm going to ask you one last time. Will you apologize to me if I use a voice changer and lie to you and lie to everyone else again about my identity in a way that I already did it? And it's like completely obvious, right? No answer. No answer. I did not answer this ludicrous. Like, this is beta. This is look, obviously he wants me to expose me for not being a man, for not being alpha, right? His plan is to expose me for not being an alpha gamer. So he does the most beta move possible. You guys know why I always say alpha beta gamer? Because it actually comes from my theories and like ego theory, where people use results and then they try to use the result to determine reality, determine skill level, determine reality using the results instead of getting the skill level and then getting results, right? So the beta gamer is somebody that needs a result and then they can determine, they can verify, they can validate themselves through the results. This is why I always say alpha beta gamer, right? This is a beta move. This is literally a beta gamer move. He can only prove his identity if I do something. He is literally 100% at the whim of me. Like if I don't answer, if I don't respond, if I say no, he has no leeway. Like right, that is an ego move. That's a beta gamer move. So he does the most beta thing possible to try and prove that I am not an alpha, right? And then no answer. And then the conclusion that he comes up with is I am not alpha. I guess he says I'm beta as fuck. BTL6, he says he's beta as fuck, which is true. It's just pretty. It's just absurd. This whole thing is just completely like. Yeah, now people are like, this is just stupid. This is insanely stupid. How about this? Does Downtime Death has a hand cam video? Yeah, so he did use hand cam a few times, but not ever well or clear, which shows his arms. It's another super beta, like a super beta gamer move. I am heavily tattooed. So if Downtime Death, so like tattoo is pretty unique, right? So if Downtime Death has a tattoo that BTI LCX doesn't have, that would be good. That would be good evidence, right? So if Downtime Death doesn't have a tattoo and BTI LCX does have a tattoo, that's worthless. That's actually completely worthless. It's been 2 years. This guy is, obviously into drugs a lot. He's into the tattooing scene, probably. He's into like guitars and shit. So him getting a tattoo within the last 2 years, and he's gone to such ridiculous extremes to like lie. This is worthless. Like this is completely worthless. But yeah, it's another of these like beta tactics where he's like trying to like validate his identity through some kind of ultimatum or some kind of like he wants people to agree to like these ridiculous ultimatums, and then when they agree, he can, there's no, it wouldn't prove him. Like if he just went ahead and did a mic cam, it wouldn't prove anything, right? But if he can get someone to agree with him, and then he goes through, well, it still doesn't prove anything, but he can like, look, he can guilt people into agreeing with him, I guess. Which, again, yeah, that's why I call it a beta gamer. It's like, this is literally beta gamer move. This is like the definition of a beta gamer. Like, I don't know why it's not helping you to like keep going with this shit. I gain nothing from proving. That's not true at all. Because I honestly do not care what you guys think. Okay, I mean, I think that's fair. But I don't know why he's like constantly going out of his way to like argue with people and like claim the exact opposite. Like, how many times has he done the exact opposite? I honestly do not care what you guys think. He's done the exact opposite at least 24 times, right? If he were to step up and apologize, different story. It's not a different story. No, it's not a different story at all. Like, this is just another super beta move. It's like a super beta. Like, this is beyond your regular beta gamer. I'm not arguing. I'm trolling his followers. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, this is like 2012, 2006. Like, this is what all those Twitter verified blue check mark, the leftist Twitter people who are like really stupid and they're constantly espousing like identity politics. And then somebody comes in and like quote tweets them and says, "You're an idiot. Here's why." And they're just like, "I was trolling you. Haha. Epic. Epic." So yeah, he's being really epic and he's trolling us. He's having a blast. Yeah, that's great. It's just like absurd. Yeah, obviously, like it's just this is so stupid. Like, what the fuck? I'm on the phone with Billy Mitchell right now. He was, in fact, trolling us with his Donkey Kong meme scores. Yeah, imagine if Billy Mitchell, he just came out and he said, "Yeah, it was meme. I don't care about any of you guys. I was just trolling you guys. It was pretty funny and it worked." Imagine if Billy Mitchell said that. Like, this is my reaction. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So yeah, this is just like insane. Like, it's just like absolutely insane. Stop pretending to be a troll. It's a bit random. There was someone. No, it's not random. You guys follow WQ so blindly, it's insane. Think for yourselves. Memes go over my head. Yeah, I don't know. It's just pretty fucking pathetic. And I think this is ironic because Downtimedeath said this to me like a month, 3 months before this. Actually, January 23rd, so like 3.5 months. I go by the philosophy of question everything. If Usain Bolt gets a 100 meter under 5 seconds, he says he gets 100 meters under 5 seconds on his own private track with no witnesses, he would be asked to perform the same thing in front of judges for like to be given. I'm not saying that speedrunners should have to perform in public, but if their run is questioned for good reason, I think it's perfectly reasonable to ask that runner to stream a live run to prove the skill level. This is a actual reasonable, coherent, normal thing to say. This is a normal thing. This is actually with somebody with a brain that like has a moral compass would actually like say and think. And it's ironic because this is the same guy, literally same guy, who says, "I go by the philosophy of question everything." This is the same guy who now says, "I'm trolling you. I don't care. I gain nothing out of proving that I'm not Downtimedeath. Also, will you apologize to me if I use microphone, which does absolutely nothing. If you publicly make a video apologizing, I'll use microphone once. That is meaningless." This is the same person. Like, this is a pathological liar. Like, this is somebody, like, if BTILCX is not Downtimedeath, he's still a pathological liar, right? This is like literally identical, like contradictory to what he's saying now. It's like just a straight one for one contradiction. Downtimedeath is the same thing, and it's like, okay, well, I guess this is Downtimedeath. And actually, Steel and Bread, this is why, if you're still watching, this is why what you said, like, this guy doesn't speak like Downtimedeath at all. Yes, he does exactly speak like Downtimedeath. And the other thing is, like, he should be open. he should be open to me to question him, right? He says he goes by the philosophy of question everything, except everything I say that's logical and reasonable. And we're going to get into more things that he refuses to question. It's a pretty shitty thing to post private DMs online. Yeah, it's also shitty to lie about everything you do, contradict everything you say, and make fake speedruns constantly. You know, which one do you think is shittier, though? I think what you're doing is a lot shittier. And actually, if it is shitty, then I think people should sue me. I post so many DMs. I think it's funny. Every time I post a DM, it's because the person's being a scumbag, like a complete scumbag. Like if someone's being a scumbag to me and like lying and like trying to like push me around, I'm happy to post your DMs. Like, you're a loser, dude. You're a scumbag, and people should know the truth. Will you guys all follow me if I prove I'm not DTD? Again, it's more like these conditions I'm talking about. Like, and this is why I don't respond to this crap. It's like, we need a condition. You have to agree to this condition. If you agree to the condition, then I'm going to follow through with it, and then I'm going to guilt you, even though he can't prove he's not done this, but he's going to like use microphone or like. So what he did, and I'll show you later. And Steel and Bread says, I'll absolutely follow you if you prove it. So I don't think it really matters like who Steel and Bread says. It's like, this is how most people would see this. Like, most people who are normal people, if I randomly called someone out for cheating and he was not cheating and he just took like 2 seconds to prove he's out, he said, yeah, okay, sure, I'll do it later. Or I'll do it, when I get home or something. For my, my great job as an audio mechanical engineer. I'll do it. People would probably follow the guy. Be like, this is a normal, cool guy, reasonable guy. They just follow the guy. Downtimedeath needs a condition, though. He absolutely needs a condition, though. You can't just do it like a normal person. Reasonably person. On no, please follow me, chum. Cries. And then this is another issue. Nobody's going to do this shit if you act like you're acting like a kid, dude. You're acting like a little child. This is like what a 7-year-old says. Will you guys all follow me? Will you be my friend if I, will you be my friend if I, tell the teacher a fart joke? This is what kindergartners say. Not like 33 adult males say. Like, it's just stupid. It's just, the guy's still in my Discord, by the way. He claims he's not defensive. Claims he doesn't care. Claims, oh yeah, I said I'd stream later. Will you stream today? Yes, I will use handscam, facecam, mic. I use handcam, facecam, and mic every time I stream. No, I didn't stream. I haven't streamed in a few days. But it's pretty obvious who I am. Like, pretty transparent who I am. But I should do this stream. I started that way, but too many people in here were just going ham on me. Yeah, they get no excuses. So, get rid of the okay. First, he's open to everything. He questioned everything. That's his first, and then it turned into I'm not being defensive. By the way, I'm not defensive. Go fuck yourself. Okay, and then it turned into, it was just, it's just contradiction. And then it turned into, I don't care at all, I'm just trolling you guys. And then now I started out innocent, but you guys were, too mean to me. You guys are too mean to me. I was innocent, and I made a mistake. And specifically calls it Nord. And I was like, oh, fuck you, Nord. That's great. You're really a nice guy, dude. You're really a great guy. I'm sure nobody's any problems with you. I'm sure you have great reactions. Okay, I'm going to go now. Smash that motherfucking sub button. So I think it's funny because it took him two hours to leave my Discord when he originally said he would leave because he doesn't care. And how many times did he say he does not care at all? Yeah, he's just trolling us. It seems absurd. But yeah, we all dabbed on Downtimedeath. I don't think he realizes like we are actually dabbing on him. Like we're dabbing on you here. And then again, he's still did not leave. 2 p.m. 5 p.m. 3 hours later, comes back. For anyone interested, I just posted this in link past Discord. I have spoken to Josh and Scrivo. WQ does not really concern me. Obviously, I don't concern him, even though he wants me to like follow him and like make a public YouTube apology video for some absurd reason. Nor does being on the leaderboards really, even though he submitted multiple runs. I'm all about the runs. Even now, there is no evidence against me. I am being told I can no longer be in the NMG tournament. Holy shit, dude. which I do care about. He does care about lying to people. That's definitely on his agenda. So I've asked if I can send them a photo of myself doing a hand gesture of their choice, or holding my controller / cart / whatever. This is Downtime Death, right? So what did he do in my Discord about a dozen times? Asks us on some condition that he can get proof that he's fine, right? He's like, okay, look, can I do this one thing, that's very specific thing on my terms? And if I do it, then I have true amnesty. That's how many times did he do that? If I use webcam, will you make a video apologizing? If I use mic, will you make a video apologizing? Will you guys follow me if I prove I'm not DTD, right? Like, how many? So he does it again. He does it again. I mean, how many times did DTD do this in the past? Like, he's done this an equal number of times on his other accounts, right? This is identical language here. But yeah, he does it again. And again, this is the best part. What does this prove? What is a photo doing a hand gesture of their choice or holding a controller cart? What does this prove? Like, what the hell? This is insane. Like, this isn't even like sensible. Like, you'd have to be stupid to believe this. Like, you can't be a kid. No kid would believe this. I can't imagine that people like that want to just suck his dick would believe this. Like, no, you'd have to be actually just stupid to believe this. Like, this doesn't make sense. This makes no sense. Like, and in the photo, they will see me, not Downtime Death. I assume somebody has a face picture of him, and also a very large tattoo on my forearm. I think this is another problem here where he has like roommates, like he knows people. So it's like, okay, maybe he has a photo of a specific hand gesture with the cart, and it could be his roommate, like, easily. It doesn't prove anything. Like, why would you go to such an extreme effort to do this, but you can't just make a 2-second video or your hand camera? Something actually would prove it. Like, this doesn't prove it. Why can't you just actually prove it? Can't prove it. Then why do you get a ham cam while the controller cam runs and perform requests that, again, this doesn't prove anything. He's skirting the issue. And every single thing he said here, he's skirting the issue. Nothing here is actually transparent. You guys can see who I am. Here's my link to Passcard. Look, I don't need a specific hand gesture. Here's my link to Passcard. Here's who I am. Like, I can show you my ID. You guys want to see my ID? Okay, you guys want to see an ID? I don't want to show you this shit. I have my emo face. This is my fucking bus pass from like 8 years ago. It has my fucking name on it. Like, you can prove it's me. I can prove it's me. Like, anybody can do this. It's pretty easy. But he needs to go through these extreme measures, unbelievably extreme measures to like prove that, you know, go loopholes. It always skirts the issue of direct proof. Then when I get a controller cam, so when he gets a camera doing specific action, they're having his face, those go out the window. Only have a picture of his face, no video of his face, right? And he will only do specific requests or press the button, or this is it. I will do controller cam runs and perform requests such as press this button or press that button with my tattoo clearly on display to prove I'm the guy, which wouldn't prove the guy. I have a very good job, as I was saying earlier, very good job, and a family, which I don't believe that shit at all. It's fucking my ass, dude. Nobody as a family would talk like this. The only person I've seen as a family that talks like this is, well, you guessed it. You fucking guessed it. This is just like stupidity. And I've asked for my photo to not be displayed in public. This is another thing where, like, if you prove to the moderators that you're not Downtime Death, that's not public. Like, wouldn't that solve the like? It's completely skirts this issue. Like, again, this is just another lie. These are all lies. This is just lies and deceit, coded. It's not coded well. I have started a hate campaign, which I think is funny because he talked for about 30 minutes and then he said, WQ, any responses, or are you just gonna be a pussy? So I didn't start a hate campaign at all. I didn't even say anything. I just said, you're probably Downtime Death and you are unbelievably similar to Downtime Death and are, you know, is there anything you can do? And I actually asked him in private, is there anything you do to prove that you're not Downtime Death? Or like what's going on here? Like what are you doing, dude? What the hell are you doing? My image would no doubt be used. And actually, this is bogus too. This is another lie, because if I started a hate campaign against him on the premise that he is someone else, and he proves that he's someone else with a picture, right, or with a photo or his actual person, that could not be used to slam him. That photo could not be used to slander or him, because that photo proves the hate campaign is wrong. So let's say Downtime Death, BTILCX proves, I say that BTILCX is Downtime Death 100%, and he's a terrible person. He's a sociopath. He's a pathological liar, right? He just is. And he says, whoa, man, you're going too far. And he's like, I'm going to make a photo. And I started hate campaign, right? And he posts a photo of him. And then I say, look, this guy's a pathological liar, and he is Downtime Death, and he's a terrible person, right? And I point to the photo. What would anybody with a brain say? Any 99% of the population. Anybody. What would they say? They'd say, that's obviously not Downtime Death. WQ, you're being unbelievably stupid here. Makes no sense, right? That's what anyone with a brain would say. So this is another obvious lie. Like, he would be the good guy here, and I'd be the bad person here. I hope everyone can agree this is a fair solution, a way for me to keep my privacy at the time. This is another ridiculous thing. Here's another, it's a condition. This is not a fair solution. It's just nonsense. This is just nonsense on his terms. Like, if you're accused for cheating, you don't make the terms. And there's a reason for that. It's because you're lying, right? If you lie, you don't make the terms of how to prove that you're not lying. That makes no sense. And this is exactly why. If anyone wonders why liars don't make the terms to prove their innocence, because they just make up bogus terms and they find new ways to skirt the issue. And you get more conditions, more agreements, and then says thoughts. Tags me in it. Which is funny because he says a dozen times, I don't care. WQ does not concern me. I don't care about WQ. I'm trolling you guys. I do not care. And then he tags me and says, like, it's just contradictions, lies. It's just defensive, terrible. It's like this person, BTILCX, is a horrible person. Even if we're on Bizarro World now. We're on Bizarro World now. And BTILCX is not Downtime Death. This is like universe 8 billion, right? It's a completely different universe. This is a terrible person. This is still a terrible person. Like, this is horrible. And I think it's funny. I'm really surprised they're not letting you be in the tournament. I'd say I'm surprised too. So the reason I'm not surprised anymore is because they know more than they're saying, right? And I know more than they're saying. And believe me, this guy actually is Downtime Death. There's a reason for that. There's several reasons for that, actually. There's a lot more going on here. If you've dealt with this person before, it's very obvious. And again, this is all very easily fixed if BTILCX just proves that he's not Downtime Death. Like, he could literally, like, why go to this extreme effort to making this paragraph when you just take 2 seconds to prove that you're not Downtime Death? Problem solved. Like, all problems are solved. Like, I mean, that seems pretty easy, right? I'm really not here to attack you, by the way. Just my audience, and actually just me as well. I love the guy. I study him and love. Yeah, I'm sure, dude. I attacked him first. Yeah, it's great. Justifying more excuses and justifications of why he is a terrible person. Do I think his solution's fair? I literally only think that actual liars, like literal convicted criminals, would think this is fair. And actually, I don't think they would think it's fair. They would pretty obviously know that it's not fair. And then they would just lie and say it's fair. I don't think anyone... I can't imagine anybody that think this makes sense. Like, I'm trying to think of somebody that would, like, children, I think, could see through this. Criminals would see through this. Regular people would see through this. Like, you have to really be, like, super susceptible to, like, lying. Like, really, really, really impressionable. Like, really impressionable. Like, I can't imagine how anyone would think it's just, like, nonsense. Yeah, and then again, I think this is like stupid, like Galarian. They kicked me out of the tournament. What the fuck? Thank God. Thank fucking God. Please, thank God. And they removed off the leaderboard too. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Okay, this is the very common argument I see frequently. That's just nonsense. Nothing happened to innocent until proven guilty. That's a law in the American justice system. Speedrunning is not the American justice system. This is not a law. Like, this is doesn't make any sense. Like, just saying stupid shit doesn't mean anything. And it's like, there's reasons for that too. Like realize there's like 50 people speedrunning the past at a given time over a period of a month. There's been a lot lately because of the tournament and the randomizer crowd, but you want to be realistic. You're looking at like 20, 50 people over a period of a month. Some months we will literally have like 5 or 6 people speedrun the game over the whole month. Like there's no innocent until proven guilty shit here, especially in speedrunning when it's unbelievably easy to cheat. It's unbelievably easy to splice a run. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Innocent until proven guilty completely goes out the window. It doesn't make sense. I get needing to prove yourself now after all this crystal stuff, but that's pretty drastic without giving them chance. Okay, so this is another. I don't know who Galorant is. I'm guessing you're one of these like hyper impressionable people that's like very, very, very susceptible to people lying to you. Because this guy's just like flat out lying to you and stuff. Yeah, more happened behind the scenes and they're not saying anything about. A lot happened that I can't say and nobody can say, but people know things that you don't, and therefore things happened. Without giving you a chance at all. Yeah, so about 50 chances were given to Downtimedeath. I think in my life I've seen about 50 chances given to this guy, and every single time he's given a chance, he throws it into the trash and then lights it on fire. And then he gets people who are hyper impressionable to say, man, give the guy a second chance. He's not the worst person in the world, even though he probably is. Yeah, it's just trash. Like, just go for yourself. I wouldn't expect you to have to show your face. No, this is what it's gotten to. And you actually don't even have to show your face. You just need to prove that you're not real. Or prove that you're not Downtimedeath, which would be pretty easy. And your face would be very easy. Like, definitely other ways to prove it. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to prove it, but like you failed to do every single one. It's just ridiculous. No, but I don't know what the fuck you are, dude. But like, you're not. Like, Downtimedeath preys on people like you. And he relies on people like you to like tolerate his bullshit so that he can keep lying. This is a game to him. Like, he does not care about speedrunning. He cares about this attention game. This is what he's interested in. I guess it would not matter if they picked a hand gesture. I could just give him a photo of my face and my tattoos. I have large ones on both my forearms and wrists, and then do a hand cam run with tattoos on to show to prove I'm the guy in the photo. Again, would not prove anything. Just uninstall stuff on other people's computers sounds like a great idea. Yeah, I actually agree, but it's not related. And then, so I saw this video where it says Britishalizer, American to British voice actor. Let's watch this shit because this is pretty interesting.
Hello, this is Mike Russell from musicradiocreative.com, and today I'm going to show you a new VST plugin you can get for Adobe Audition
we're gonna
to
fast
convert
forward
American voices. Pretty cool, isn't it? And let me show you on another voice. Here's Rachel.
This really is not my cup of tea.
Saying a British phrase in a very American accent. Well, we can fix that by going into the effects rack again, VST, effect, Britishalizer there. Now I'm going to change the accent from East Ender towards, let's put it right the way up towards Queen's English and turn the effect up down here. Let's apply it to Rachel now and have a listen to the output. Here we go.
This really is not my cup of tea.
You can see how well...
This is what technology can do, and this is what a voice changer is, and Downtimedeath has done this before, and he knows how to do it, and he's claimed he's an audio engineer, which means he could easily do this. So yeah, this is why microphone is worthless. It's like absolutely worthless. And then Juice says that's not real, which I don't know what you're talking about. This is obviously real. Like, this is... You can do this. You can download the plugins, like go to the description of the video. I don't know how to not be real. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what you mean. Like, this is a very common known thing. But yeah, then I banned Downtimedeath from my channel, and then we never have to deal with that guy again. But I thought this was funny too because we got this wonderful conversation between several people who. Oh yeah, okay. Also, more importantly, Downtimedeath posted a video, or BTILCX posted a video of him playing. He actually deleted this video, but he posted a video of him playing with hand tattoos. And I think it was like a 127 or 12630. That's probably him. I mean, it's probably Downtimedeath. Now, there's no video. He deleted this video, but if you look at the thumbnail, obviously, if you were looking at the thumbnail, he has those hand tattoos. So he had this plan. Like, this is his plan all along. I'm not sure what how he was going to execute on it, but this is his plan. Yeah, I just said it's fake. Like, it's obviously fake. And then he deleted it. The video was deleted or taken down. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's just obviously like fake. So yeah, I thought this was funny. ALTTB drama is top tier garbage. Yep. I don't understand why he tried to get away with it again. Yeah, I agree. Why did he try to get away with this again? Like, this is the second time he's done this. Like, this makes sense. It's perplexing to me that he would think people wouldn't figure it out. I mean, take for a minute that like I don't exist and I never made this video. Like, don't you think other people would figure this out? In fact, a lot of people already knew this. And like, I could just lightly suggest, hey, BTI LCX seems really similar to Downtimedeath, and a lot of his strategies are really similar. Like, does anyone want to look into this? The exact same thing would have happened. I don't know why people like Downtimedeath wants to go on this crazy rant about like how I'm ruining his online career, even though he has 0 subscribers on YouTube. So I'm sure I'm ruining a lot. So yeah, we got Pinkus, Mishrak, and then FSG talks a little bit. I think this is funny because, but apparently a myriad of screens are done uniquely the same as DTD BTX, but that was kind of the nail in the coffin. Yeah, the 129 was the worst for me because the movement was obviously 126 level. Okay, whatever. He removed his own stuff from the leaderboard. Yeah, so his leaderboard, the racing, that's all deleted. It's weird. According to WQ, the click, I assume click means the mod of ALTP and not, say, Mishrak protect splicers, yet they 3 times in a row ban him the fuck out. The group and community that is under extreme pressure to do a very binary thing follows through with the extraordinarily simple and obvious thing. Yeah, that's not a shock at all. And then you have Mishrak saying, I run defense for the click, right? Because I said a long time ago, this is a guy who I've literally only ever seen him run defense for the click. All he does is run defense for the click. And now he's running defense for the click, claiming there is no click, and then he doesn't run defense for the click, which is ironically exactly what he's doing. And then FSG says, Mishrak is the head of the shadow government behind the click. Haha, funny joke. You guys are so funny. True. I guess one person took longer to accept it was cheated, and then the other person said something about it was okay if he was in the 2016 tournament. But yeah, let's just bash the click for 2 years straight. Make it a bad time for everyone. Well, all evidence says the click is good at removing splicers from the community. So yeah, this is just like really blatant, passive, aggressive nonsense from, you guessed it, 3 people who all play A Link to the Past, who have had very bad relationships with me, talking to each other in passive aggressive tone, talking down to me. So literally, and talking about how there's obviously no click and they don't run defense for it. Which is ironic because this is literally what a clique is. It's people who are like friends with each other who all agree on something, and then they basically shit talk people and passively shit talk people behind their back and make up really bogus fake arguments. And this is another one. Yeah, me bashing the clique is making it bad. I'm making it a bad time for everybody by shit talking a clique. Which, by the way, do you guys know why I call them a clique? Do you guys know why I trash talk them so much? Because they relentlessly and constantly let Downtimedeath back into the community. They constantly try to get into positions of power in Link to the Past. Only in positions of power. They don't actually care about the game at all. They get into positions of power and then they bring Downtimedeath. They removed evidence of Downtimedeath cheating. They made terrible decisions on the leaderboard constantly. They add their friends as moderators virtually for everything. They just go to the most extreme examples to do exactly what a clique would do. The only reason everything that has been fixed in the past 2 years and why all this was fixed, why did they ban the splicers? It's because they moderate the leaderboards, because they go to the GDQs, because they specifically find the people that make the website. They're like, hey, Pac, can you make us the moderator for the leaderboard? And Pac's like, sure, I have absolutely no clue who plays Link to the Past or anything about Link to the Past, so I'll just make you a moderator. And then they make all their friends moderators, and then they ban Downtimedeath for being a lying scumbag, which they literally are the only people that can ban Downtimedeath. And it's entirely because I have to make these videos. This video is why these things happen. I fixed the leaderboard. I got BTILCX removed from the leaderboard. I got Crystal removed from the leaderboard. Guys, before me getting Crystal removed from the leaderboard, they were trying to retroactively put Crystal back on all the speedruns and speedrun.com. I got 2x speed removed from the leaderboard. I got a lot of the really terrible moderators. I got silent. Well, actually, I didn't get silent, so we fucked up. I got Downtimedeath's original 125.59 off the leaderboard after he was a splicer. I got this guy ratted out and infested out of the community dozens of times. I basically have to do everything on my YouTube channel, and then I get these obvious like loser jackasses like this guy right here who just makes up bogus. Like, these are Downtimedeath level arguments. Why did this guy? This is one of the people in 2016 when Downtimedeath posted a fake run, very fake run, and then made some ridiculous condition. He made some ridiculous condition. It's like, if I do a hand cam run, will that prove that I'm legit? And people are like, yeah, sure. Then he did a hand cam run, which didn't mean anything. And then Pincus, among many other people, said, okay, you're legit. It was these people. That's why I say it's a click. That's why I say this guy is a super jackass loser. And I mean, you can tell, like, besides my frustration right now, like, you can just tell, like, just read this conversation. It's just, this is just stupidity. Like, this is just absolute stupidity. Like, they're not good. All evidence says the click is good at removing splicers. They're garbage at removing splicers. What did the click do to remove Downtimedeath from the community? Welcome him back on the Discord. Welcome him back on the leaderboard. Put him back on the leaderboard. I'll follow his alt account. A year later, I'll follow his alt account. I'll watch him relentlessly. I'll eagerly welcome him back into the community relentlessly. What exactly are they doing to remove him from the community? Nothing. Oh yeah, they also removed all evidence of him cheating ever, and then replaced it with attacking people that tried to make YouTube videos exposing. Somebody made a YouTube video exposing Downtimedeath, and they removed the evidence, and then attacked the guy, saying this document wasn't made for people to get views. What exactly is the click doing to remove Splicing from the community? It seems like everything to do is welcoming him back into the community, and then guess what, guys? 2018. 2 years later, despite my countless warnings, despite heeding everything I said, this guy is still in the community. He's still in the community because people who are stupid and obviously sociopathic, like Pincus, can just lie and say whatever stupid bullshit they want. But Downtimedeath has, on every single level, been welcomed back into the community. Constantly. In 2017, I made a dozen videos and people said, why are you still talking about this guy? He's not relevant. 6 months later, he's in the tournament and on the leaderboards. He's still in the community. He's still in the community. This is why. Because you guys constantly make sure, go to every effort to keep him around. And what happens when you do that? He sticks around. It's just mind-blowing. And so you get literal, like, complete. I'm not sure if they're dumb, if they're upset. Maybe they're just really upset at themselves or something. I'm not really sure what's going on here. But yeah, this is just like insanely stupid conversation. So I actually called out. I called them out. What the hell are you guys saying? I mean, this isn't even like, I'm pretty pissed off right now. I'm pretty frustrated and mad right now at this comment. It's just like, this is like illogically not true. It's logically not true. One other person said something about it. He was okay in the tournament. That was a public pastebin addressing Downtimedeath. That's a public pastebin on behalf of the League of Past community, publicly addressing Downtimedeath. That wasn't one person. That was like the community sentiment. And then the pastebin, read the actual document. Their whole document. They're like praising Downtimedeath. They're praising the guy. The whole document. How many videos did I make saying this guy's a cheater and he's still in the community? How many of the Link to Past, and go back to my video history. We'll go through it. It's pretty interesting. How many of these people? Pincus is one of them. He's running defense. Mishrak is one of them, running defense for the click and then claiming they don't run defense. They're just lying. Like, these are just like lies on top of lies on top of lies. Half truth. Let's just bash on the click. It's just like absurd. Yeah, 3 times in a row they banned him. The only people that can ban him. Do you realize that? Like, no, I can't ban him. I don't run the leaderboard. I can't ban him from the tournament. I'm not even in the tournament anymore. Like, do you like, they have to ban him. Like, only they can ban him. Like, imagine if, I'm trying to think of a good one. Imagine if the American justice system was like super corrupt and Like, okay, imagine, look at the Saudi Empire, right? So the Saudi Empire, women weren't allowed to drive literally, and maybe it was this year, maybe it was last year, right? So like, they can't drive, like legally, they can't get licenses. So people make videos for a long ass time saying this is ridiculous. Like, this is a human rights violation. Like, this is absurd. And then the Saudi Empire eventually says, okay, women can get their licenses, which happened very recently. You're saying that, okay, well, multiple times consistently, the Saudi Empire is giving women human rights. They're fixing human rights violations. The Saudi Empire is incredible. They've done nothing wrong. That doesn't make any sense. Well, the Saudi Empire gave women their human rights violation. They're letting women become doctors. They're letting women go out in sunlight. You know, they're actually saying if you beat your women, or they're not stoning women for getting raped. They're not, you know, they're trying, like, no, that's stupid, right? It's, the Saudi Empire is not doing anything right. They're doing unbelievable things wrong, and then they have to fix it. They're the only people that can change these laws. Like, the women who can't drive, they can't just magically start driving, right? It's not like America can't just say, okay, new rule. Saudi women can start driving cars. New rule, guys, Saudi women can literally go out in public without like a cloak on. America can't do that. It's only Saudi Arabia can do that, right? So that doesn't make Saudi Arabia good. Like, this is literally just a very, very blatant logical fallacy, which I'm not shocked that you and your friends here are just using constant, not just logical fallacies, but like passive aggressive, strange. Like, I said this a year ago, maybe 8 months ago. I said Mishrak always runs defense for the click, which he's still doing. It's like he's like obsessed with that. Like, here's something, Mishrak. Your avatar is Kenshiro. Your avatar is Kenshiro, right? Really think to yourself. Go inside yourself. Think to yourself. You'll obviously like Kenshiro. Would Kenshiro say something like this? Is this how Kenshiro acts? Is this what Kenshiro would support? Garbage like this. Would he ever do this? Any ever in the manga? Did he ever do anything like this? Would he? Like, does that make sense? Like, does it ever make sense that he like randomly make these passive aggressive quips, agreeing with like literal just more passive aggressive logical fallacies? What is this designed? What is this designed to accomplish? What are these people accomplishing? He's annoying. No one likes these people. Is this what they're accomplishing? I agree. And then I just said, what the hell what's going on, dude? Yeah, I ask you, what the hell? I'm trying to move on from the click. I legitimately am. What's going on? And no comment. I just joined if I wanted to see any drama going on. Apparently there is drama. So like, what is the drama, dude? What's your problem? Like, you have a problem. It's pretty obvious you have a problem. You're bad at vocalizing it. I think it's pretty obvious. Like, let's talk it out. Yeah, you say a lot of things a lot of people have an issue with. Look at me, I'm edgy. I'm so edgy. I'm lying constantly, and I'm best friends with a cheater. There's actual documentation that he agreed with Downtimedeath and let him back in the community. But look at me. People don't agree with you, WQ. Therefore, you're a terrible person, and me and my friends are just going to make more passive-aggressive clips about you, and you're on Discord, and then run away. He just literally leaves. Oh, wait, no. You have something to say? You ignore me in DM. Haha, you ignore me. WQ, you ignore me because I'm 8 years old. Apparently, this guy's also 8 years old. He's upset because I ignore his insane. These people, right? There are these like ridiculous paragraphs to me in DM. These like emotional, like completely emotionally unstable, long paragraphs out of context, out of the blue, and they're filled with these like passive aggressive attacks and like weird logical fallacies and like just strange like they get like really like obsessed over something really specific, oddly specific and random from a long time ago. You ignore me in DM. You say a lot of things, people have issues, and it just leaves. And then guess what? Real winners like FSG and Mishrak, nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. Absolutely, it's, I don't know. It's like, you guys want to know the problem in speedrunning? Downtimedeath, that's the problem with speedrunning. Okay, this guy's it's just ridiculous, like how much this guy lies. It's the same thing you see with Billy Mitchell. It's literally identical. It's a joke. It's a real joke. You guys want to fix speedrunning? My viewers, real alpha gamers, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alpha Gamer, you want to fix speedrunning? Be a better person. Stop doing this. Okay? Stop doing this. Stop doing what BTILCX does. Like, stop doing the BTILCX thing. Stop trying to be really edgy and really cool and like really dark and mysterious. Stop doing this. Okay? Stop doing this. You ignore me in DM. Therefore, I'm gonna have a like, you know, attack like a freaking pissy fit. Like a 16-year-old like high school girl who just broke up with her boyfriend of 2 weeks. This is what's going on here with Pink. This guy's he's in his 30s. This guy's in his 30s and he's having like a hissy fit. You want to you want to make speedrunning better? Stop doing this garbage. Like, no more of this. Get rid of this. I'll forgive you guys. Pigas, Mishrak, FSG. I'm willing to overlook this. This is obviously stupid, and this obviously makes you guys look very bad. I don't whatever. Stop doing this. Okay, that's gonna make speedrunning better. Stop doing the BTILCX thing. I'll move on. I'm willing to move on, and become a better person. Like I want you guys to become better people. If you guys become better people, be a little bit more like responsible, transparent, be more aggressive with the ideas that you think are good. You have an idea you think is good, you can be aggressive with that. Tell people that, hey, you know what, the world's gonna be a better place if you do this. If you're wrong and a lot of people criticize you and say you're wrong, it's okay to listen to them too. I think that's another thing that's fair. But I want people to be a little bit like smarter, more like adults. We're adults. Most speedrunners are adults. Like, how can you be in your 30s and you talk like this? You ignore me in DM. Therefore, I'm gonna have a little hissy fit in your Discord, and then leave, when I actually try to have a conversation about it, and get my like weird friends who obviously like, all these people hate each other. All these people hate each other. Get my weird friends to like chive in, you know, throwing like jabs, like little elbows, and like just fucking. It's so sad, dude. It's so fucking sad. This is Downtimedeath. This is what Downtimedeath turned into. This is how he started. This is what and then he turned into what he is right now. It's just fucking sad. It's just fucking. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. It's ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Whole Downtimedeath scenario and like, oh my god. Look what Smoker says. This guy is going full click. Yeah, it's obvious. Like, I'm sorry, dude. This isn't helping you. This is not helping your case. I say there's a click, you say there's no click, and then you guys proceed to be a click. And then you say that you're not running defense for the click while you run defense for the click and your friends run defense for the click. It's just, please grow up a little bit. This is like absolutely stupid. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe. I actually have been making an effort to move on from the click because I think a lot of the people in the clique are very, very, very bad people, and they don't actually think Downtimedeath is a bad person. They like want Downtimedeath to be around, and they've gone to ridiculous efforts to sustain him. I'm really hoping this is the last of Downtimedeath. Please, it's not. He's been every 3 months he pops back up. I'm 100% certain, 99% certain he will come back up in about 3 months. So I'm trying to move on from it because it's just stupid. Like, this is stupid. It's not profitable. There's no, like, realize there's literally no money involved here. There's no money involved here. The only money involved here is this video. This video makes money. My Twitch stream makes money. There's no money involved here. BTILCX does not make money. He's just stupid. He's literally stupid and wasting his life. He makes no money off this. Why would you do this? What does this serve? This is just stupid. On a human level, this is just stupid. This is just plainly dumb on a human level. Not worrying about speedrunning, not worrying about morality right now. This is just stupid. It's stupid, and then it's immoral, and then it's problematic in the micro community. Like, that's my rank, my denomination of like, why is this bad? Why is this dumb? But guys, make sure to join my Discord, and then also, oh, hell yeah, this year. I hope you enjoyed the video. Honestly, I wish I had done a better job. I thought it was a little, it was definitely like first stage, so I'm gonna get better at this. But yeah, I want to talk more about like gameplay, improving gameplay, because I like gameplay. I like improving gameplay. I like people that want a game and like gaming. And like Pingus and Mishrak. I know you guys like gaming. I mean, that's why you guys are gaming. And it's like, you guys aren't cheating. Okay, that's good. But you're just terrible people. And it's like, well, whatever. I'm going to overlook that you're bad people, but I like the gaming aspect more than the drama aspect. I think the drama aspect's funny. I like the gaming aspect a lot more. So I want to make more videos talking about getting better at games. And actually, again, Nifty, if you're watching this video, I think that if you get better at League of Legends, you're going to get less anxious just straight up. It's just a gameplay thing. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.